Durham got their Friends Life T20 season underway by rather ruining a festival atmosphere in Scarborough, where they defeated Yorkshire in a thriller by 4 wickets with only 1 ball of the game to spare. Put in on a sunny and warm but breezy day and in front of a very good holiday crowd, Yorkshire made a decent start through captain Andrew Gale and local boy Adam Lythe. Both of these sides began their T20 seasons with losses on Friday night, close games both, and it was the Vikings who looked like the team who'd got over their disappointment as this pair of left-handers brought up the 50 in the 7th over. Gale had scored the lion's share of those runs, making 34 off 25 balls, but he was also the first out, playing over a delivery from Ryan Pringle and being bowled. Lythe then struck the first 6 of the match in the next over, the 8th, as the home side still pressed on. The thing that set them back, as it had done against Derbyshire on Friday, was losing wickets at the wrong time. Lythe now gave Pringle his second, as he was bowled for 21 at 62 for 2 in the 9th over. Dan Hodgson then drilled a ball straight back into the hands of Paul Collingwood, as Yorkshire went to the halfway point of their innings on 68 for 3. It wasn't as many as they would have hoped for, but in Adil Rashid and Gary Ballance, they now had 2 talented and informed batsmen at the crease, so setting a challenging target was still possible, especially on a surface which was not going to see anything in the realms of 180 plus being reached. This pair took the total along to 94 with 6 overs to go, and then Ballance on 19 was beaten by Will Smith's quicker and flatter delivery. It was a big moment as Ballance is a dangerous customer. It also opened up the opportunity for more wickets. Rich Pyra was out in the next over, the 4th Viking to be bowled. And Rashid was also gone at the start of the next, the 17th, as he turned a ball from Ben Stokes to Pringle just after he'd made it into double figures. Now on 103 for 6, Yorkshire required a strong finish, and the former Durham man Liam Plunkett supplied that with some meaty blows to give his side a fighting chance. Both Stokes and Chris Rushworth would have known before these shots that when Plunkett hits a ball, it stays hit. The former England and Durham man made 30 off just 16 balls before falling in the last over, as he was somehow run out coming back to the safer end by a direct hit from long on delivered by a T20 debutant in Michael Richardson. That meant that Yorkshire closed on 146 for 7 from their 20 overs. It took only 5 balls for the home side to then earn their first wicket, Mark Stoneman nicking Jack Brooks behind with only 4 runs on the board. And the Dynamos were 2 down for 25 in the 7th over when Scott Borthwick also fell to Brooks, mistiming a pull off him to Hodgson. Brooks, a superb winter signing, had figures of 2 for 13 from his 4 overs, and that meant that the visitors to Scarborough could ill afford any of the other home attack to get away without being smashed. Smith struck Pyra for a maximum, but still 99 were wanted off the second 10 overs. So there now appeared to be only one likely winner. Durham had mustered only 48 runs off their first 10, so getting a further 99 from here was by no means an easy task. Phil Mustard was still in, however, and he certainly hadn't given up hope as he took on Azeem Rafiq in the 11th over. But it was advantage Yorkshire again as Durham lost 2 wickets in successive balls. Over number 12 ended with a wicket of Smith, who shovelled Ryan Sidebottom to Brooks, while the 13th over started with Stokes being stumped off a leg side wide delivered by Azeem Rafiq. Stokes did not look at all happy with the decision as he was out without facing a legitimate ball. That left the Dynamos in some trouble on 65 for 4, now needing 82 more from the final 8 overs. Mustard had to go for it. He immediately swept Azeem Rafiq for a flat 6, before repeating the medicine in the spinner's next over, a maximum which left Durham with 51 to get off the final 5 overs. That shot took Mustard to his 50, made off 48 balls, but he didn't last much longer. On 59 from 52, he carved Plunkett out to Rashid. So Gordon Mutchell was joined by Pringle with 37 wanted off 19 balls, and the former then took it upon himself to try to get this rather difficult task completed. He was helped by his old teammate Plunkett, who he struck for 16 runs in the penultimate over, which meant a more manageable 9 was required of the last one. Only 3 came off the first 2 balls delivered by Sidebottom, and then Pringle was sent back by Mutchell and run out by Rashid's powerful throw. Even with just 3 balls to go, it was still anybody's game. 5 runs were required as T20 debutant Richardson came in. He met his first ball on the full and opened the face enough to find the gap to take the scores level. And then, next up, he dabbed the ball to mid-wicket and set off for the run his side needed, only to make it when a throw missed the stumps. Durham had come from almost nowhere to take the game by the slimmest of margins, Mutchell claiming the Man of the Match award for his unbeaten 44 of 27 deliveries. With only 1 ball left in the tank, they'd taken this thriller by 4 wickets to get their T20 summer off and running. In front of a good crowd, many of whom were children, under largely blue skies, this was what this competition is all about. Although the Vikings will wonder how they are now 0-2 rather than the other way round.